Take one.
Hot mic. We got a hot mic.
Yeah.
She is the loud one.
Blew it out.
Did it sound like this?
It just went away. Yeah. Okay, maybe not so close if you get louder.
But
Yeah.
Go.
you first.
I thought move your mic down.
It's hard when I already made the joke to make it again. I feel scripted.
What's up, everyone? I'm Lynn Williams.
And I'm Sam Lewis, and this is Snacks. We're in a special location today
Yes, we are.
for season 3, episode 1, and we're very proud that
Oh my God, your hands are so wet.
that we have come so far with our podcast. This is where we talk about some personal stuff, some soccer stuff, some real stuff, and some fun stuff. Lynn,
Yep.
clearly there's been a lot of new things since the last podcast episode, so where should we start?
Honestly, probably at the top. Which, stop looking up there. Okay, well, since we last pottied,
Oh my God.
cut that out.
We have a bunch of people in the room that don't usually listen to us record the podcast, and I feel like they are behind that curtain going, why the F are these people getting listened to?
Honestly. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold
All right,
on.
we're going to start soon. We promise. We're back to last fall. What happened?
Yeah, so last season I was telling everybody about how I hadn't seen Marley in a year and 9 months. And luckily for me, the U.S. national team, that team, went to play Australia. And so I was able to get into Australia, which was amazing. And it was kind of like a loophole. So I got to see him. He came to the game. Insert picture of us here. But it was like incredible. I have like a video of us like embracing for the first time and coming to the game, and then I was able to stay after and play for Melbourne Victory. And it was just like incredible. Like I would go to training, he would go to work, and then I would come back and we would just like live life together, and it was the happiest I had been in probably 2 years. So it was awesome.
That's amazing. What, since Marley won Big Brother, like, what does he, like, do?
Oh my gosh, what doesn't he do? So he's still working as a support worker for kids with special needs, which he loves. Angel. I know, he is an angel. And then he just like an influencer, just influencing. But no, one of the biggest things that like came out of this was he's always wanted to like use his voice for something like radio or TV or something like that. And I think he has like the way he speaks is amazing, in my opinion. I might be a little biased, but here we are. But in between the 2 NBL games, there's a show called The Crossover. And so he's been on that, and where they just like analyze the games.
And that's like the Australian Basketball League.
Yeah, the NBL, yeah.
Cool.
And so he does that. He's commentated a couple of the NBL games, and he's done some modeling.
Ooh.
I know. He's trying to one-up me all the
Marla.
time.
I love that for him.
Remember when you read his name and you said
Marley B, like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
And I tried to type that out to him, and he was obviously like, yeah, that's my name. But
Yeah.
he didn't know that I was like singing a Cardi B song.
exactly?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Not my best.
what is up with you?
Yes. What is up with me? Well, I guess I'm skipping way ahead. We were going to do this chronologically.
Yeah.
And then something happened with our notes where we're no longer in chronological order. So I'm going to fast forward to now, and I'm going to talk about how I brought Finn here to Kansas City because I needed him to be here with me, even though Pat wasn't here yet when I got him. And I've had him on my own. I did air quotes around that because everybody has been helping me so much. I was really nervous to be like a single dog mom and like, I don't know, Finn is very high maintenance and needs to be with a human being at all times, and we leave for like 8 hours of the day.
Yeah.
So I've been hiring babysitters to just come and hang out at my house while I'm not home. And like, I didn't know either of the girls, like they were just friends of friends, and they come and hang out with my dog and legit babysit him. And then all the girls on the team, like I swear like 8 different people will come and walk him or watch him, or somebody rescued him from a doggy daycare that I didn't like and was upset about it, and I couldn't get there, and they were like, we'll just go get him. So the girls on the team have been Finn's just like fairy god aunties and taking such good care of him, and I'm so grateful for that. And Lynn especially. Sometimes when I have to leave early in the morning and Lynn doesn't, I take Finn out to go to the bathroom, and then I let him in her house at like 7 in the morning, and he just goes in and sleeps with her.
I know, he just jumps on my head and then sleeps next to me, and it's the best part of my day.
Yeah, it is the best. Waking up with Finn is literally the best. But
wait, how did you trust random people to come take care of your pride and joy?
I know. Well, so this is what happened. Here we go. First of all, I decided, okay, I need Finn here with me now. I need a jolt of happiness. This was like 4 weeks ago. And so I called my mom and I said, Mom, if I go home and get Finn and bring him back, will you come with me for a week so we can get settled? Like literally that's what people do when they have a baby and they like need help getting settled as their mom goes. And so Finn, but my mom immediately was like, yes.
I was going to say,
of course.
Yeah,
like,
she probably jumped on it.
Jumped on it, and she totally understood because like I think she just knows that Finn is like special and like needs special help. So she flew back.
Is Finn special or are you special? That like she was like, I'm going to get to hang out with my daughter.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
What?
Well, obviously, yeah, she wanted to hang out with both of us, but I'm going to actually get to this. This is my motherhood story, so that's coming. So basically, my mom flew back with me, and I started asking around, like, does anybody have a friend that, like, lives close by, that, like, works from home, that could come and hang out with Finn during the day? Mm-hmm. Jenna did, and this girl, Abby, came and has been a godsend. I'm obsessed with her. She's been an angel, and I like trusted her to be in my house with my dog because she's friends with our teammate. And then there's another mutual connection with the other babysitter. So I trusted them because we had a mutual friend.
Okay.
My second part, my mom and I, while she was here, were like researching what I was going to do with Finn when she had to leave eventually and I had to go to practice during the day. And so we took Finn to like a doggy daycare. But so unlike me, I didn't do any research.
Yeah.
And I just dropped him off there without ever having been there. I thought I was just like, I had one good experience with the doggy daycare before. And it was good. So I was like, it's going to be great. He's going to have so much fun with all these other dogs. But like when I walked in, I didn't really like it. And he really didn't like it. But I had like kind of no choice. Like I was on my way to practice and I would have been late if I had to do anything else. So.
Should have taken him. Take your dog to work day.
I know. I wish. So I had to leave him there. This is when he ended up getting rescued. But when I got home, basically, and I was talking to my mom about what had happened and like why I felt like all these girls on the team have dogs and they can take care of their dogs and not have it be this disruptive to their life. They don't need to hire babysitters. They don't need to go to doggy daycare. Like everybody has a dog and their dog is okay to stay home. Yeah. And I was going to my mom like, why do I think that my dog is so special and like needs, like why can't I just accept to leave him at home? Like why do I think that Finn is like unique and different?
Are your eyes weltering?
If weltering was a word, yes, they are.
You know what I'm saying.
But then my mom.
Wait, what is the saying? Are your eyes
watering?
Yep. That's what I said.
She said weltering.
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
continue.
so
you were like so deep in the story.
My mom looked at me and was like, Sam, like that's what motherhood is.
And you said what?
And I was like, oh, like that's why like moms are like, well, my kid is like special and like my kid is different and perfect and like needs this and like that's, and I just had this like moment of being like, oh, like that's why my mom literally dropped her whole life in 1 second when I asked her to come with no warning.
Yeah.
Because she's just like, my daughter is special and her dog is special and they're in a special circumstance. My mustache is literally sweating so bad. But I'm sorry, I don't think that that's hitting you the same way it hit me. It was like a very profound moment about motherhood.
Well, that's because I feel like you have a different perspective on children and motherhood in general.
Because I have a dog.
No. No. I think that, like, well, one, I have been around more kids than you just in my lifetime.
So you already knew that that's what motherhood was.
Well, yeah.
Or like one of, obviously that's not the whole motherhood.
Because I don't have a kid. I don't know all the motherhoodsness. But
Totally.
But like I am an aunt.
Yeah.
And so like I can see like my sister and what she does. And like they're not my kids, but I almost feel like my niece and nephews are my kids. So like I would do anything for them. And that's why like when people are like, oh, my blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, but like my nephew. And then I start showing pictures of him. And then I start talking about Kingston a million times. Yeah. Like and that's why moms are crazy.
In the best way.
In the best way.
Because they're just like, it's my.
Yeah, it's crazy mom love.
Yeah. But I just think that I didn't know that I was like capable. I don't want people to be like, she has a dog and not a baby, but like, I didn't know that I was like capable of that, and I didn't even realize that that's what I was doing. Like I thought I was just being like anxious Sam.
Yeah.
But I was just, I think, being like
I care
motherly.
For this. Oh my gosh.
I know. It was
Motherly
shocking.
Sam. Wow.
Okay, so I had two things to say about that. One is that thing that I always say about you love your nieces and nephews as if they're your own kid because they're like the closest DNA that your own kid would be. So biologically, we're like programmed to protect them and make sure they keep living and passing on our genes.
Yeah, which is incredible in science, man.
Biology.
But like, why do you think that you get that way for like a dog then?
Well,
that made me sound like a dog hater.
No,
I'm
no,
not.
No, it doesn't at all. I mean, obviously that makes sense because I'm not biologically programmed to make sure that a dog continues to, but I just think it tapped into that gene a little bit.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. So do you think your mom helped you while you were here? Like,
oh my God, yes. That was one other thing. That was the other thing I wanted to say. Obviously, you just dealt with an injury. Your mom helped you. We're going to get to that. Mm-hmm. My mom also, when I had my knee surgery in the fall, she came with me to Chicago and stayed there with me for a week. But even just this time when she came to help with Finn, it was just so nice, like, knowing she was there. Like, she made me chili. She babysat Finn. It was very nice to have company.
Moms are the best.
Yeah.
I know. So, like Sam said, we'll get to the injury portion, but I did just have surgery, and I had to go down to LA for the surgery, and then I couldn't fly for 2 weeks because if anybody's had surgery, then you know that they're like worried about blood clots, all that stuff. So luckily for me, my mom was able to come with me for 2 weeks and just be there. And I think that like as like an adult and having your mom, like she was so understanding, like if you need your space, like it's totally fine. But it was just so nice having her there and being able to like be your complete self and feel like comforted and almost like at home, but also just like she was helping me with my medicine because obviously I was so out of it. I didn't know what the doctor said, and helping me with ice and like putting on my pants for me. And it's just like moms. They're like the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so then she came obviously from LA, flew to Kansas City and stayed here for 2 more weeks and cooked for me. Yeah. Was just cleaning. There was at a point where like I could do everything, but she was like, I gotta fold your laundry. And I was like, no, you don't.
Well, yeah.
But yes, you do. And they're just like so cute.
I know. They're the best. We know this. It was just Mother's Day.
Yep.
So
we love our moms.
Shout
out to all the moms out there.
Yeah.
All the people.
And the dog moms.
And the people
but especially the human moms.
Especially the human moms and any form of a mother out there, or if somebody is missing a mother. So shout out to all the moms.
Very nice, Lynn.
Thank you. Okay, so I think everybody wants to know why we're now in Kansas City and not North Carolina.
Well, yes, we did do our little episode though. So if the true Snacks listeners listen to our little mini episode, they'll know.
That is true, but maybe we could do like a little mini recap.
I love that. Why don't you start? Actually, I guess I should start.
Yeah, we're going in
'cause I came here
chronological
first.
order.
I got traded to Kansas City. So far, I don't really know where to go from there. So far, it has been great.
Okay, so Sam got traded to Kansas City, and then naturally I had to do what Sam did. So then I came to Kansas City. That's not exactly how it happened, but I'm happy it worked out. And now we're here, and
Yeah.
we're exploring. How do you feel that like we are transitioning? I'm saying we because we
Yeah.
are one.
We are one. Well, we were going to start by the team trip to Florida.
Yeah.
So we got here for preseason at the end of January. We moved in. We live 3 doors down from each other.
Thank God.
Thank God. We know each other's codes
Thank
to get
God.
in. So we basically still live together, but
Separate.
not. We got here at the end of January. We moved all our stuff in. Lynn packed for me a doormat that I had told her 3 years ago was the best thing I ever bought in my life. She packed
You
it for
said
me.
it's the best thing that I own.
Yeah.
And I said this doormat.
It's a doormat from Anthropology that has little herbs on it. It says like lavender and tarragon and thyme or something. And it's
Yeah.
just so cute and like earthy, bohemian. And Lynn packed it for me all the way from North Carolina to Kansas
Well,
City.
yeah, when somebody says this is the best thing I've ever owned, I'm not going to throw that away.
Do I look like a dad? Do I look like a dad with my arm up on the couch?
Somebody
Anyways, Lynn packed my doormat and we moved in. And then shortly after we arrived, the whole team went to Florida for, Lynn's note says, forced family fun. But it was awesome.
No, it was forced because obviously we were at IMG and we literally couldn't leave. There was no cars
Yeah.
and all
But-
that, but we had to get to know each other. And
Yes.
being here with such a new team, not just us, but I feel like this team is fairly new to each other. New coaching staff,
Yeah.
new everything. Like it forces you to like actually sit down and get to know your teammates because you can't go anywhere. And I feel like that's the reason why we've had success at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I agree. I think Florida, well, for me, was great to kind of get like played back in with the team and kind of work my way back to the field. So it was a positive time. And then I think, like you said, getting to know the girls. We were playing poker. Lynn had left for 2 weeks of Florida to go to She Believes, but we were playing poker at my villa at IMG. And I feel like even that was such an interesting way to get to know people because you kind of got the sense like who was like it's not lying, but like it's just a very telling game. So that was really fun to play and just hang out and get to know people that way too.
I felt like it's so interesting because like I feel so comfortable around you and like obviously Kristen but like all the other girls like not as comfortable, but like I was still doing weird stuff.
Yeah.
So we're gonna like tell this story about how I went grocery shopping right before we left for Florida. And I don't know why, but in my brain I said, I cannot waste this food that I just bought. So I brought 2 salads in a bag on the plane all the way to Florida.
She like packed them unrefrigerated, bagged salad kits on a plane in her carry-on. And then she put them in the fridge when we got to IMG. And then she didn't eat them. And then she left for She Believes and there was just rotting salad in the fridge. And I was like, Lynn, I told her when she packed it, I go, you're not going to eat that. And she goes, shut up. Yes, I am.
I ate one of them. Remember? Well,
You kind of ate like the spinach.
I ate part of it and then I said, does anybody want some salad? Does anybody want some salad? And everybody's like, no. First of all,
we know that came 2 weeks ago warm from Kansas City.
And also, like, we don't know you, you friggin' weirdo.
I remember saying that though. This was like obviously a few months ago now, but I do remember saying when we were in Florida and we were like getting to know everybody that I felt like I could be myself like kind of from the get-go because I was kind of like, I think I'm pretty cool, and hopefully they think so too. So I'm just gonna act normal, which was obviously not
And how's it
very
going?
normal. I don't know. I hope it's going okay. You have to ask the girls if they like me.
Yeah, girls. Tell me.
Well, never mind. I can't tell this story.
Don't tell
Not on the air. I'll tell you after.
Don't tell that story. Well, you have first watch on this
Oh, yeah.
list, so do you want to tell that?
I do. It's not a story at all. I just wanted to tell everybody how much I love First Watch.
What's your go-to order?
French toast. I'm tearing up again. I'm like hot and emotional
She's weltering again.
about how much I love First Watch. You guys, have you had the French toast?
Yes. Are you seriously crying over first watch?
No, I just got hot. I saw him turn the camera toward me, so I got put on the spot a little bit. When we were in Florida, we'd have Sundays off. And so I like started door dashing myself First Watch as like my little like, yay, you got through the week, treat yourself Sunday morning, First Watch French toast. And I had never had the French toast from there before, and it's so good. And now like every time we have an off day, I door dash myself French toast from First Watch. And I just like need people to know, like I know First Watch is a chain and I know it's all over the place. But it's the best. It's literally the best.
I do like their kale aid. It's like really good. And their $1 Million Bacon. It's so
Keep
good.
going. Everything.
Their breakfast sandwich.
Yep.
Have
you had the French toast?
I haven't, which now I think I need. Okay, I'm so sorry.
I want to know if they're
bring
like taking
shame.
investments.
I was gonna say I bring shame to this couch, but that was actually
Aggressive.
She gets 3 French toasts and now she's gonna invest in.
I do. If First Watch came to me and was like, "Do you want to buy in?" I would say yeah.
Just to the French toast.
Or I could franchise one maybe.
Okay.
If anybody knows anybody, call me.
Figure out her number. Then she'll
Yeah.
block you.
That was what we were gonna say later about my
We'll say it now.
future career.
Say it now while we're on the food.
While we're on the subject of food, I just feel like sometimes people are like, "Do you have any idea what you want to do after soccer?" And I just decided that there's only one acceptable job for me after soccer, and it's to have a travel food show. And I really refuse to do anything else. So also, if you know anybody that can make that happen, you figure out how to get in touch with me, and
Maybe like
we do it.
yeah, maybe DM
Yeah.
or use the snacks hashtag.
AskSnacks.
AskSnacks.
Sorry for yelling.
Loud girl. Because I feel like if somebody calls you, you're gonna.
I
be like,
know, it's just a joke.
It's just a yoke, if you will.
A food joke.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on. Maybe we should get to our injuries.
Oh wait,
Okay, go down.
pick up your iPad. We got this treat. I'm just taking full advantage of the video.
First of all,
segment.
this is just a prop. This laptop is just a prop.
Her laptop, is just a prop. She got this little iPad because it's our producers, and she goes, "I need this iPad. If I had this iPad, maybe I would read." And I go, "You have a phone and you have an iPad and you have access to any book and you don't read. So what makes you think if you got a new iPad you'd read?" That sounded so
I don't know why did you just
mean
have
and
to
aggressive.
attack me like
And I acted like you were illiterate. I got worked up.
literally like attacked me. But I just feel like this is like such a little like nice reading size. The Snacks podcast has gone rogue.
Yeah, you guys, you have to understand that this is not our usual serious setup, secluded on our own on Zoom. We're together.
So we're feeling
in a hot room.
Yeah, I'm also sweating a lot. For everybody who can't see, Sam is like dripping sweat from her mustache.
All right, I got you with the reading joke, and you got me with this mustache call out. So
Why are you crying?
because I'm laughing so hard, I have sensitive eyes.
That's true. this is off topic and not on script, but there is a book that you need to finish so you can give it to me, and you're taking forever. Oh my God.
Thank you. So I just had the sunglasses delivery. Yeah, our teammate. So should we talk about the injuries? And we'll talk about this book. So I'm not going to go into that much detail just because I feel like I have talked about it enough. Obviously, I'm having a hard time with my knee. It's not great. But my wonderful teammate, Vic Pickett, brought me this book because she also had a difficult knee injury. It's called The Obstacle is the Way. Mm-hmm. And it's been really, really interesting to read. And
give it to me while you're talking.
I'm going to give it to Lynn as soon as I'm done. So she's patiently waiting because she's also going through an injury. But basically the premise is what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but very well thought out and very, like he gives like a bunch of examples throughout history of people who have overcome difficult things. So when I'm reading it, I realize that I am not the only person in the world going through a difficult thing.
And you're going to get through it.
And I'm going to get through it. So Lynn, tell us about your injury. What happened?
I will tell you, but first of all, I put these glasses on and do you see them sliding off my face?
Yeah, you have a tiny head.
Watch this.
They fell. For our audio listeners.
You put these on. You have a big head. I have a tiny head. I don't know if you have a big head or I just have a tiny head.
It's fine.
Okay, we're going to move on. My injury. So, not the way that I was expecting 2022 to go. Mm-mm. But, so in college, I tore my labrum and I got it repaired. And ever since then, I have felt like my hip has never been the same, which makes sense because they're like going in there and repairing stuff. But it's always kind of hurt. I've had multiple MRIs, and every time I get one, they say your hip looks fine. But obviously, I'm still in pain. So I've gotten like a cortisone injection in the hip joint, and they say if that works, then blah, blah, whatever, all the science stuff. But they have never helped. But I've gotten like 3 of them. Anyways, I also, with the hip pain, they were like, well, maybe your hip is not stable, so you have SI joint dysfunction, which I've always
Sorry. I am so sorry. I just like kind of burped into.
See what I have to deal with?
I can't. I was just picturing the sound guy like hearing me burp.
Take 2.
Okay.
Well, we're back.
We had to take a quick break.
Sam got hot, and I had to go to the bathroom. And so, Sam, you tell me what you were doing, and I'm going to say what I was doing.
I was sweating uncontrollably. And then what happened was I took a drink of my LaCroix, and I got like a little internal like situation. Which is like when you don't burp, but like it happens in your chest a little bit. And I was imagining that the sound guy heard it, and then Lynn was. This is my new sweat towel for my mustache. And then Lynn was telling a very serious story, and I looked at her and I got that like don't laugh, and then naturally I lost it. So I had to go lay down in front of the fan and like wave my sweatshirt around a little bit. But of course I have a little gray t-shirt under here and nobody wants to see what's going on under there. So Lynn, what happened to you?
I want to tell my bathroom story.
Yes.
Because so while Sam was doing that, I was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And the toilet here, the flush is broken. And naturally I didn't read the sign, and it says behind it, pull the thing.
So unlike you not to read.
Jab, jab, jab. So I didn't read the sign, so I was standing there staring at the toilet being like, what on earth? Like, how am I supposed to flush this thing? And there is a bidet attached to the toilet. And I don't know what in my brain said, you need to turn this knob. But I turned the knob, and the bidet sprayed onto me, watered down my pants, and everywhere in the bathroom. So, moral of the story is we're a mess.
We are a mess. Yeah, that is safe to say.
We're back.
Yeah.
Okay, so after that, I guess we'll get back to the injury. I have an herb happening.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay. So your hip.
So I got multiple MRIs.
This has never happened to us yet on the podcast where we like lose it and can't. Maybe it's happened to on an ad actually.
Oh yeah.
I think it's happened on an ad. You know when you like lose it and uncontrollably can't stop laughing, like in school or the doctor's office.
Or when your parents yell at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm done now. Hip.
Okay. So I'm just like not gonna look at you. I'm just gonna close my eyes while telling the story.
Okay.
So I got multiple MRIs. Did I tell this part already? I don't know. And the doctor's like, everything looks fine, but like, let's get a cortisone injection to see if like that's gonna rule out something. So I got that. That didn't work. Then like, I'd be just continue to play. Then the next year, the same thing would happen where I was like, my hip still hurts. And they were like, well, you have SI joint dysfunction, which means your SI joint like slips in and out easily. So I was like, okay, well, I also have sciatica, so maybe that's why I'm having that nerve pain. And then they were like, well, you should go to a pelvic floor specialist. Anyways, I had all these things. Also, during this time of 8 years, I was like, I have high hamstring tendinitis, which turned into tendinopathy or tendinosis, which is like chronic tendinitis, whatever one you want to call it. And so I've told people, like, I have this tendinitis. And yeah, so it got so bad that like I couldn't do RDLs, I couldn't do like hamstring curls and stuff like that because my tendon was just like on fire. And then like the week before the Louisville game, went on a sprint to block a shot or the outside back from playing the ball down the line, and I felt a pop. And then I tried to jog it off, didn't work, sat down on field, said I felt a pop. You came up to me and said, what happened? And I go, I think I just ripped my hamstring tendon off the bone. And you said, no, you didn't. I said, yes, I did. Well, turns out I did.
Yeah, you knew.
Yeah, I like was kind of joking, but kind of being like,
Yeah.
no, something's wrong.
Yeah.
So anyways, they just went in there and cleaned it up, tacked it back up there. They said that my tendon for the past couple years has probably been off slightly. Why are you laughing?
You know why I'm laughing.
Okay, we're just gonna keep moving on. So they've said that my tendon has probably been hanging off slightly for the past couple of years, and then it was too much. Oh my God.
So they tacked it back up there, and now it's healing.
Now
and
it's
you're
healing.
gonna be better than ever.
Pretty much. That's the moral of the story.
Great.
Wow, that was tough to get through. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm going to be back, hopefully better than ever, and it's a slow process. I am, as of yesterday, 1 month out of surgery.
Amazing.
Working on sitting up straight and walking normal.
Yeah. But I've been helping Lynn put her sock on.
Yeah, you've been...
I haven't really done anything at all. But
No.
she can't put one sock on, and I have been putting it on.
And
I do a
tying
good
my
job.
shoes. You do a good job.
I saw somebody else put it on her, and they did not do a good job. And I was like, get out of here. You are not the sock doctor. I am.
Self-proclaimed sock doctor.
Dr. Socks.
But I will say, like, you have been a huge help with the sock and the shoe. Sam also doesn't let me pick up anything or take my trash down to the dumpster, even though I can.
I took a box. She had like just a box sitting in her house, and I took it to my house because I didn't want her to try to bring it down. And she was over my house the next day, and she was like, "Is that my box?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just haven't brought it down yet." And she was like, "Literally, I could have just put it outside, but I like stole the trash and kept it at my house."
Yeah, that was weird.
That's my love language, stealing trash.
Ew. We're gonna not put that in there.
Oh, but anyways, well, we've both recently been not playing. It has been so fun to see the team do so well. I think, like we've been saying, it's a new team, but we've had some success early on, and it's been awesome to be a part of.
Obviously, we would love to be a part of the team in a different way, but I will say that it has been nice being hurt with a close friend. If I had to be hurt and choose another person.
Say it again in a different way.
It's not what I meant.
If we had to be injured, both of us, at least it's at the same time.
That is what I meant.
And we can help each other.
And we can help each other. So while the team is off thriving, we are getting better, but also exploring Kansas City.
Yeah. Yes. Great transition. We have a new transition queen up in here.
Thank you.
Now I'm like, yep, let us know cute places in Kansas City. We just went to a nice dinner at the Antler Room. We loved it.
So fun.
The carrot fritters
Are to die for.
are probably the best thing we've ever had.
Carrot fritters in carrot sauce, which I don't understand, but it's delicious.
We felt very like inspired by the carrot fritters, and we were like brainstorming like restaurant ideas and vibes. We made friends with the people sitting around us. It was our kind of place.
Guillermo gave us cabbage.
Our neighbor bought us a dish and handed it over, a cabbage and duck fat, which sounds wild, but it was delightful.
It was delicious. What else did we have? We had dumplings. We had
tortelli.
Oh my gosh, the tortelli.
The tortelli.
With the burnt butter.
Brown butter.
Brown butter.
Yes, it was incredible.
Burnt brown. It's all the same thing. Oh my God.
It was incredible. We also had the cauliflower.
Oh yeah.
And then we had this okay, listen to this. They had frozen vacherin on the menu as dessert. And so I Googled vacherin, and I thought it said it was a soft cheese. But this was dessert. And Lynn still goes, I still want to try it, thinking that it was frozen soft cheese. And I was like impressed. I was like, all right, Lynn, we're getting it then. Like, I'm so glad you want to try it. That sounds amazing. But it turns out it wasn't cheese. It was vanilla mousse, and it was delicious.
Frozen vanilla mousse. I just felt like we were trying different, like I don't like cabbage, but that was
bomb.
Delicious.
Yeah.
The scallops.
The scallops.
The scallops.
I almost didn't do that because my hand is so sweaty.
Put your sweaty hand on my arm. The scallops, you guys.
The scallops. The scallops were in
the
scallops were in a onion broth. And Lynn kept calling the broth scallop juice, but I was eating it with a spoon,
it up.
like as if it was soup, even though she kept calling it scallop juice because it was so good. I feel like scallop juice sounds gross, but it was delicious.
It was delicious. It was scallop juice, olive oil, and onion broth.
Yeah, it was bomb. Yeah, call it a soup. Whip it up.
Put it in your mouth.
And that was an incredible experience. Anyway, so we want more places like that.
Yes.
Pam was the lady sitting next to us. She told us about a couple new places. We're going to try that.
Cellar Rat.
The Cellar Rat. And 2 other restaurants.
Fox and
Pearl, and I think it was like Fiorina or something like that. Farina.
Yeah.
So we're thrilled, and we want more recommendations. Yes, we've been to Barquet. Yes, it was the best day of our lives.
Yes, we'll be back.
Yes, we'll be back.
Even if I don't have a dog.
More places like that.
Yeah, like I feel like now that it's getting hot in Kansas City, I'm excited to get out there.
Yeah.
And be a part of the world.
Same. So I guess you guys got to use the hashtag AskSnacks because that's the only hashtag we have. But it's really going to be Tell Snacks.
We now have 2 hashtags, Tell Snacks and AskSnacks.
Yeah.
We'll run that by the producers.
But they're okay. Looks like they're okay with it.
I'm calling an audible.
What does that mean?
Like when you're playing football and like you don't have time to get over to.
So you just make a executive decision.
Yes. Correct.
Cool.
You are correct.
You are correct. Okay, so usually this podcast follows a section format. Obviously, we didn't really do that today. We were all thrown off by the
new studio.
Yes, but we're going to still do some rapid fire questions that we just thought of 10 minutes before we got here.
Ready, go.
Who's your style icon?
Zendaya. You.
Adam Sandler. Can we insert picture of Zendaya, picture of Adam Sandler? We will send them to you guys, the exact pictures that we were referring to as what we aim for when we dress. What is the most annoying thing you have to get ready when you have to get ready?
Did you write that question? The most annoying thing, hair. It's just unruly half the time.
Your hair is beautiful.
Thank you. What about you?
Hair.
Your hair is beautiful.
We went out to dinner last night. I was flipping out because I was on like day 5 of not having washed it, but I was saving my wash for today for this. Can't you tell? It's in a ponytail. And so it was just like snarly and greasy. And I had to do like this like mystical updo situation that like
You had to do
I
that?
had to do it. It was my only option. And I stomped out my door to Lynn and I just go, what do people do with their hair every day?
So also tell Sam, hashtag tell Sam. Now we have 3 hashtags. What to do with her hair on day 5 of no washing.
If you're going to tell me dry shampoo, I already know that that's a thing. I don't like products. I don't like anything that takes any time or effort.
Or just
let me be.
self-care, I guess.
Just literally let me be. Let me be. What's
Okay.
your dream hairstyle?
Oh. I feel like, have you seen Zoe Kravitz when she has like her braids, but they're like thin braids, but they're not too
the
many.
box braids. I thought you got those one time.
I mean, I tried. It wasn't what I was going for. I felt like I looked like a witch because it was so black on my head, and there was just so many. So my ponytail was this big. I feel like she has like little ones, but not too many. So I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
What's yours?
Mine. Well, I don't know if it's dream. I would like love to have like wow. I literally just made this up right this second. I would love to have like very subtle like rainbow of colors in my hair, but like still be blonde. But maybe just like as I turn in the light, somebody's like, does she have a rainbow? But then I also want to do this, which is like the ponytail, but as pigtails, because I just saw it on TikTok. But then I also want it to be like a little bit rainbow, like a hint.
I am mystified as to how you're gonna accomplish that. You want an under rainbow.
Not really. I just want like
Bold,
maybe like
pastel.
Is it rainbow?
Oh, pastel.
Like it's like, is it?
Do you want pastel-y rainbow?
I just want people to be like unsure.
Okay, we're moving on.
I feel like what I want is to be like an elf.
What
is
is
that?
What is
Not
going
an elf, like like ethereal, like.
Do that much again.
No,
I don't.
you know what I mean.
I don't. I know the hairstyle in the sense of poof braids.
What's your favorite product that you use every day?
Okay, we're moving on. My favorite product. Favorite product. I don't know if it's like my favorite, but I put on lotion every day.
I don't.
We know, and I just like. I don't understand.
I
Like
just
how
have dry skin,
and
I
that
just
doesn't
live with it.
That doesn't bother you?
Yeah, I mean it does. Like I have bad skin. Like should I put lotion on? Yeah.
Well, then I don't understand how you don't just get out of the shower and immediately put lotion on.
I don't understand how you do that.
So your skin isn't like dry
Yeah,
and cracky.
literally right now, if I showed you my shin, it would be like white.
Don't you get like itchy?
But I put on face lotionizer.
Lotion, always. What about your hands?
No, I
Oh,
feel
you
how wet
know,
my
we've been-
hand
we've
is.
been
I
through
need
this-
the opposite
no.
of lotion. I need hand deodorant.
I just feel like if I
What is your take on lotion? That was the next question.
yeah, exactly.
My take is not a take.
I just feel like if I get into bed and my hands and my feet are dry, I can't sleep.
Honestly, maybe that's because I like run hot. And have you ever sweat with lotion on?
Yeah.
And it's like so much hotter.
Yeah, but you're not going to be sweating in your house. Okay, never mind.
I thought you were gonna say you're not gonna be sweating in your bed, and I was like, literally, yes, I am. I wake up drenched in sweat all the time.
I don't take a shower and immediately go to bed though. So like my lotion will have time to like absorb.
All right, we can agree to disagree about lotion. I know I'm wrong. I'm
Yeah.
fine with it.
Okay, what is your favorite product?
I use my drunk elephant face blue hydro.
That is good.
Yeah.
So you at least hydrate your face.
Yes.
Have you been using your vitamin C serum?
Yes. I used it the other day when I put on my face sunscreen. I put on vitamin C. Lynn told me that if you put vitamin C on an apple, it doesn't turn brown. And so I was like, well, naturally, it applies to human skin the same way.
It does. I saw it on TikTok, so it must be true.
That I believe.
They said that if you want a good skincare routine in your, we said early 20s, which we are in, it would be face wash, vitamin C, lotion, sunscreen. Go about your day.
All right. I
Come
can
back.
do half of that.
Come back, double cleanse. Because something about soap molecules.
Okay. What should we expect in season 3, this season?
Hopefully a better laid out show than this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Our bad.
More guests,
Yes.
more stories of people and experiences that they've experienced,
Yeah.
in the words of Kylie Jenner.
All hail. Queen. We're gonna do a couple fan questions though right now.
Yeah, do you think we're gonna expect anything else in season 3? Honestly, it's a mystery to us.
It honestly is. We kind of still are like, all right, if you guys want us to keep making these, we gotcha. It's fun though.
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
I just still people come up to us.
Yeah, and they're like, I listen to Snacks, I love it, and I think that we're just like, what?
You know what it must be though, is because I do feel like we're very much like ourselves on here, and then I just feel like other people are just also weird.
Yeah, I love that for us.
I do too. We have a weird little like,
We are so weird.
not a cult. I don't know if I can even say that.
Cut
It's
that
like a
out.
weird little club. It's a weird little club. I love that. I want to get a sweatshirt that says weird little club.
You just grabbed my pinky.
Love you.
Love you back.
Okay.
Now you know we've had to bring back the fan questions. Don't forget, if you want to send us a question, tweet us with the hashtag AskSnacks.
And if you have info for us, tell snacks at hashtag tell snacks. Okay, Savannah Buckley at Alex Heath 137. How are you liking the Kansas City weather?
Not a no. Now, yes. Before, no.
Okay. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
Oh, I don't mind pineapple on pizza. I would be hard pressed to not eat a pizza. You would have to do something bad.
Really, really bad.
Bad. I have been known to eat a bad pizza happily.
But I don't want it on there. Like, if I had to choose, pineapple would not be on my pizza. How are you liking the weather?
The weather has been much better the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Much better. But it was like April 15th and I had on a puffy coat
Yeah,
and I kept kind of being like, I don't need my coat today. And I did.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I also don't like that, like, the ground gets hard when it's cold for us to play on. That's another.
That's just the elements. Okay. You read the next one.
Annie Weaver at Annie_Weaves. What are your favorite nostalgic childhood snacks and why?
Pop-Tarts.
Oh, coming out hot with the Pop-Tarts.
A little cinnamon sugar Pop-Tart in the toaster oven. A little strawberry Pop-Tart in the toaster oven.
How do you feel about people who get the Pop-Tarts with no frosting on them?
You do you. I'm fine with it. It would also take a lot for me to say no to a Pop-Tart frosting or not. I'd eat it. If you gave it to me, I'd eat it.
With no
Are you
frosting.
gonna just not eat it because there's no frosting? It's
Yeah.
still a Pop-Tart.
It's disgusting. That's why nobody eats the crust of a
Oh,
Pop-Tart.
the crust is the best part. After you put the crust
You
in the toaster
guys.
oven, it's like a pie crust.
No, I don't like that part. I eat that as fast as I can.
We
so I can
are
get,
opposites, though. We are food opposites.
Yeah, except when it comes to the antler room.
Yeah, then we're food twins. Okay. What are your favorite nostalgic snacks?
Gushers.
Yep.
Yeah.
With my Auntie Ruthie, we always used to eat Cheez-Its dipped in cream cheese.
Huh.
And I used to love doing that.
Bagel bites. Oh my god, those are so good.
Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos.
Not that my parents ever bought them. Sour cream and onion Pringles, also something my parents never bought.
I had one friend who would always have the good stuff. And
Same.
I'd be like, please.
I'd go over there and eat the sour cream and onion Pringles.
So good. She had Lunchables, the pizza Lunchables.
Obviously.
And she only would eat 2, and I would get the 3rd one. It was the best day of my life.
That's sick.
My mom would never get that for me.
Me neither. But I know our moms love us.
And thank you so much.
Dear listener,
And
thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We really appreciate your subscribership and your support.
Sincerely, Lynn.
And Sam.
And Sarmy. And thank you all so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Our show is produced by Just Women Sports. For more great sports content, go to justwomensports.com. Be sure to subscribe to the newsletter and follow along on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm Sam Newlis.
And I'm Lynn Williams. And you've been listening to Snacks.